everybody, and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build video. Again, yes, another one. So this is it's Saturday, which means it's the first day of me trying to do a video per day for 2 weeks, because my exams are over now. I don't have to do anything with uni till like October. Well, I have to do some like reading and stuff, but I don't have to go into uni. I don't have any exams, any coursework, so I'm going to play Sims all day, every day, and try and post a video a day for you all. So, this is video number 1, and this is also the first video in my base game build series. It is a family home. I've not coordinated it with the release of Parenthood or anything, just potluck that the first house I made just so happened to be a family home. And when we put the colours on, it's very grey, very green, which I quite like. It's a bit American, I think. It's got the sort of, not a wrap-around porch, but anywhere that's like, the porch goes nearly all the way around. There's just like a little break in the side. But, yeah, big family house. So, mum, dad, 2 kids, I think. And there's also, there was going to initially be a granny flat up at the top with the room with the roof around it, but in the end, we just make a bedroom for the grandma. But yeah, it's quite a nice family house. And I did what I could with just the base game. So here we're putting some columns in. I was just clearly trying to get the mansion baron aspiration there with the, with the 20 billion columns. But yeah, this build, it's kind of basic, kind of minimal. Obviously, like there's better, bigger family houses, but I just sort of wanted to see what I could do with the base game. So that's what we did. We had a little bit of a play around with it, and yeah, there's quite a few things that I chop and change. And there are 2 places where I slip up. Well, there's more than 2 where I slip up, but there's 2 that I don't realise in the video. And then sort of when I went to upload it, I was like, oh, right, okay, so it says that I've used these 2 packs, and it tells you the items, so I had to go back and find them and delete them. So I wonder if you might see that, you might not, but it's yeah, there's a, I don't know, see if you spot it, see if you spot it when you watch, but there's a I don't know if I should tell you which packs they're from. I think there's something from Dine Out, and then I can't remember what the other one is, actually, but yeah, I found them and deleted them. So you do download this off the gallery. It is base game and base game only. So, yeah, if you don't have any packs, then this might be a build for you to download. I quite like this house. It's not the most modern build I've ever done. It's kind of a bit country, like you know, like hens and like farmhouse, that kind of country. And yeah, it's quite nice though. It's a little bit old fashioned, but that's sort of the style of the family that I put in it. And when I was having a look through all the base game items, I sort of thought, yeah, that style would work. So with this build series, I've got some other builds planned. I'm going to try and do a modern house with the base game. I'm going to try and do not an apartment, but well, like a sort of house share, like a student house share type thing with the base game. So that'll be quite interesting, because we'll get like little bedrooms with different styles coming through in each one, hopefully, fingers crossed. And I wanted to do like a sort of old-fashioned house as well, like a sort of big mansion type thing. But anyway, we'll see. I'll have a look at the base game items again and see what there is. Obviously, Parenthood came out, and I do want to do some Parenthood builds. I've been looking at some some films that I like with big family houses in, having a look at those houses and thinking, oh, can I do anything based on that? So I was having a look at the Cheaper by the Dozen house, and mainly the lake house in the second film. So that looks quite interesting. I might try and build something like that, like a lake house for a family. And yeah, like a big house and just go all out on it. And then I also want to do a smaller build with just the base game and the Parenthood Pack. So I'm wondering if I should do that in this series, even though it has one pack, just because the pack's new, and obviously people who like to play the game more than build, that this pack's got a lot of stuff for them. Like, it adds a whole new element to the game, and obviously they'll want to play. But if you don't like to build, you're gonna want a house to download. So yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing. So yeah, look out for that over the next 2 weeks. So we've got quite a lot of videos planned. I've also got my series on the Rodin Museum in Paris. It's not a series as such, but there's going to be quite a few videos on it. I might do them like a day after each other, maybe sometime later in the week. Just because it took me so long. It took so long. So yeah, I can either do like the whole thing and do like 4 videos, or I can do like cut it and just show my favourite bits and do it in 1 or 2. But I'll have a think about that and see how many other videos I've got lined up as well. I've got some restaurant meals and stuff like that. So yeah, that's sort of what's coming on the channel in the next 2 weeks. Because I am going to try and stick to the video a day thing. I'll try and pre-record some as well if I get a day off. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to try and do the Parenthood builds, but not post them. And then they'll be posted a little bit later. Not much later. Just not going to post them the same day, because I have so many other things already pre-recorded. So this morning I have moved all my furniture around in my house because we got the carpets done. So that was not very interesting at all. So I had to move all the furniture into the kitchen while they did the new carpet, and then I had to put all the furniture back where it goes. So if anyone's had like anything done in the house recently, like, because obviously people get work done all the time. You get the bathrooms done, you get the kitchen done, get new carpets, new floors, paint the walls, whatever, and then you just sort of forget how much of a hassle it is, and then you sort of come back, and then like the next time you get it done, you're like, oh my god, this is a nightmare. And it is a nightmare. Like, because it just takes so long to move everything, and it's just so boring doing it. But yeah, once it's done, it feels so much better. Because it's like, oh, relief. Finally, it's over. Everything's sorted. Everything's got new floor, new carpet, whatever. So yeah, do the kitchen in the build, which I should probably talk about, because this is a build video, not a what's going on in Charlotte's life video. And the kitchen is more modern, obviously, as you can see with the wallpaper. I don't think I've used that wall before. I actually really like it. I think it's really nice. I like the green as well. Like, it's not normally something that I would go for, but I do really like it. So this is what you get when you do a base game build. You're like, oh, I didn't realise that was there. Oh, I like that. Yeah. You know what I mean. You get my gist. You find things that you wouldn't normally use that actually work quite well. So I think I've started using that wallpaper more now. You might see it coming through in another build, even though it's not a base game build. Yeah, the kitchen's slightly more modern. Just because I thought, like, in a slightly older house, that's what gets renovated. That's what you renovate. You renovate the kitchen the most. And maybe the wallpaper and that is sort of the same, but get in your kitchen. And yeah, this is something I wanted to try out with the computer in the kitchen. I have never had a computer in my kitchen, but I have been to other people's houses where they do, and it was, I don't know if it works out in real life, because if you're trying to like watch a video or anything, there's like all the noise in the background, people, like your mum doing dishes or whatever. But I mean, I suppose it's more sociable, and it's good if you have kids as well, because you can see what they're doing, even if like you're cooking tea for the family. So in a way, it does work, especially like for kids, as I say. But yeah, I thought in Sims it doesn't actually matter. Like, the Sims will never get annoyed by background noise when they're on the computer or anything. So yeah, we'll see. I have played around a little bit with this house, not loads, because as I say, it's like base game, so there's like lots of elements that have been added to the game that I like to play with. Like, I like the bubble blowers, and I like all the garden stuff, especially for families. And yeah, there's just, I like the restaurants. Well, I suppose because there'll be restaurants in this house, but there's lots of things that have been added to the game by the game packs, which are now like using in every game when I play. So I haven't played with this house a lot, but those of you who only have the base game would be fine, because obviously you've never had those things in the game to miss them. So I think we're doing a little bathroom here. Are we? Yeah, trying to. Oh, no, sorry. I know what this is. This is a little playroom, because with it being at the front of the house, I didn't want it to be a bathroom. So I turned it into like a little kids' room type thing. It's not a bedroom. The bedrooms are upstairs. But I do like to do this in builds. It's like a new thing that I've just started doing a little downstairs playroom, either like attached to the living room or as a separate room like this. I just think it works, especially for like gameplay, because you can sort of keep an eye on all your Sims at once. Like if you've got, say, the mum's downstairs on the computer, the dad's cooking tea, or watching telly or whatever they're doing. If you're on the ground floor, you can see the kids and you can see what they're doing, and you don't have to keep going page up. I mean, I know that sounds kind of lazy. Oh, can't press page up, but you know what I mean? To say you're having to keep flicking between the two and watching them. If you're controlling one sim, you can still see the others on the screen, and if they start going off doing anything weird or anything they've not been told to do, then you can see and you can stop it. Because sometimes I'll like tell my sims to do something, and then a little bit later I'll be like, oh, I'll just check on them, and they'll just be doing something completely different, and it's kind of irritating sometimes. So I was trying to do like a little reading corner here, and this is gonna sound weird, but have you ever seen them toilets where it's like two toilets? It's a couple toilet, and they face each other, the toilets, and they've got like a wall between them, so as you can chat while you're on the toilet. Well, I was trying to do that, but with chairs, sort of, so you can like read, sort of, and you can just sit there in your own cocoon and read if you don't want to chat. But then also you could chat to them. So I was trying to do that with the chairs on like an angle, but it just wasn't working out in the end. So I just decided to go for the old-fashioned facing each other with the chairs. It would have been, yeah. I was trying to get it, and then the table was in the way. I wanted the table, and I just couldn't angle them right. But yeah. So this bathroom, the floor in it, the linoleum floor, I love that. I have not used that before. Maybe this house or the one before. I just can't remember. Anyway, there was one house where I used it, and I never used it before, and I was like, oh my gosh, this floor is so nice. Wait, I know which house it was. It was the semi-detached, and I did it in the bathroom of the modern house. Yep, there we go. How's that for memory? And I absolutely love the floor, so I started using it in all my builds now. I need to try and stop doing that, because that's what you do, isn't it? You build so much. Yeah, you just have favourite items, and then you just sort of get into the sort of, what's it called? Oh, what do you call it? What word am I trying to think of? Habit. That's it. You get into the habit of using those items every time you build, and sort of with the base game build, I wanted to challenge myself to not use the same items every time. But that bed, I absolutely love that bed. I think that bed is so nice. I think that bed is absolutely gorgeous. So here, I'm trying to bring in that sort of facing each other, but you are also able to do your own work sort of thing. And I know it's in the parents' bedroom. I think this is the parents' bedroom. I think. Might be teenage girl's bedroom. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But anyways, I was thinking like, if the mum or dad was sat on the computer, then the kid could sit on the other chair and do their homework, and like face the mum and dad and still ask for help if they need it. But yeah, that's sort of you can chat, or you can just sit there and do your own work. You've got the option. And there's that linoleum floor again in the bathroom, which I love. I think that'd go well in a kitchen as well, actually. And it's nice that it's diagonal, because there's lots of tiled floors that are like checkered or squares like that, but they're straight, and I do like the sort of diagonal floor. I think there was a diagonal wood floor in the vampire pack, I've heard people say. I do not have the vampire pack. I don't have every game pack, every stuff pack, whatever. I don't have them. I don't have vampires. I don't have bowling. I don't have like the movie stuff or the kids' room stuff, just because like I can't afford it. I'm, I'm a student. I can't afford hundreds and hundreds of pounds on one video game. Even if it is my favourite, it's just too much. If, like, the only reason I have most of the ones that I have at the moment is because someone's bought them for me. Like, my nan just sort of knows to get me a sim pack every Christmas, birthday, Easter, whatever. I normally get a stuff pack at Easter because it's a bit too expensive to get a game pack or a expansion pack. But yeah, just like my whole life, even when I was a little kid, she'd buy me a Sims game pack or expansion pack when I like for my birthday and Christmas and stuff. She asks my mum and dad like which ones I've got and which ones I haven't, but I actually don't think my mum and dad know anymore because I've started buying some like stuff packs myself now. I don't really buy the other stuff myself, but I just wait to be kindly gifted that. I bought Parenthood today. I bought that for myself, so that's good. And that was like £15 in England, like Great British pounds. I think dollars is slightly higher. Like £15 is equivalent to like $17 or something like that. And then Australia is higher again, maybe. So yeah, I know it sounds cheap to people who aren't from England. Like I think euros as well in Europe is higher than the pound, so it's like €17 or whatever. But yeah, it sounds cheap, but it's just that our money is worth more. Is it more? Is it less? I don't know. I can't realize which. I could have thought about it a lot, but yeah. So we're doing a kid and a toddler joint bedroom. I can't remember if I've done this before or not. I think this is really, really sweet. I love that. And I like how when they gave us toddlers, they gave us the matching beds. So even though they're different ages, they can have matching beds. I think that's really sweet. And yeah, so this top floor, this is, it was initially going to be like a granny attic. And it was actually going to have like a kitchen and a bathroom and a living area and like a bed. So it's going to be like a studio apartment for her. But in the end, oh my god, there's that floor again. I use that floor a lot. In the end, I just sort of thought, well, it didn't really fit. It didn't fit. So it's just a bedroom, so she can sort of sleep up here, and then she can come down and see the rest of the family. If you don't want it to be a granny, it could be anyone. It could be the mum's sister who's just gone through a divorce. It could be, you could have another kid, like an adult child. Like, so you could have older parents with like a teenager, an adult, and then a toddler and a kid. Or, yeah, you can shove wherever you want up here. Delete it for, if that's what suits you. Just delete it and put in whatever you want. Put in some like skill building or anything that your sim needs for their career. It's entirely up to you. You play your game how you want to play your game. So yeah, it's up to you. You do whatever you want in your game. So we are just doing these 2 bathrooms here, and then that might be it. I think we do something at least in the garden. I don't think the garden is very. There's not a lot to the garden. It's quite simple. Just because like you don't realise how many garden like stuff packs and how many garden items have been in all the expansion packs, and then when you actually come to do a garden, like with the base game stuff, I was just a bit like, oh, there's actually not loads, but yeah, it's quite simple. If you like a simple garden, then this is for you. If not, then be my guest to change it. Yeah, if you do anything to any of my builds, ever like download them, change them or whatever, tag me in them, send me them on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I'd love that. I'd love to see what you do, and if anyone does like download and play with them, play with my builds, like again, let me know. I just love to see other people enjoying my creations. I just think that's really cool that other people download my stuff and play with them. So yeah, just let me know. Instagram, Twitter, whatever. So I think we are almost into the screenshots now. Oh, one other thing. I know I always use the same music, and I got feedback that I should use a different one. So there is a different piece of music for the screenshots, which are going to start in a minute. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the first build of the series. I hope you enjoy the other builds to come in this series, and I will speak to you all again tomorrow in my next build. Bye!